My name's Julie Madden. Welcome to our basic strength training class. I teach mat Pilates, and the principles of mat Pilates are really important for strength training, so we're going to incorporate those today. What you need today are some weights, maybe 2 sets of weights. I'm going to be using 3-pound weights, but I would suggest anything from 2 water bottles in your hand, 1 in each hand, or 10-pound weights. If you're already pretty strong and you already do strength training classes and you want to just focus on the principles of strength training with me, then maybe you're ready for a little bit heavier weights like 8 or 10 pounds. So I wanted to start with this door behind me, a wall space or anywhere that you can line your spine up is what you're looking for. I have this big exercise ball, but if you have a small ball, that's fine too. Just put behind your back and take your feet out in front of those knees a little bit and sit down. So you want your knees to be right over your toes, not in front of the toes. That's too much pressure on your knee. And you're gonna just sink into that wall sit so that you're using your quads, but you're mindful of your upper body and your posture, okay? So you don't have to go down really low, but you do have to sit up nice and tall. So shoulders should be facing the ceiling and your neck should be in line with your spine. Then use your core. So take a deep breath in through your nose, exhale out through your mouth, and tighten up the stomach as you do that. Couple more breaths. Breathe in, exhale, tighten. Shh. One more time. Breathe in, exhale, tighten. Shh. Good. And just notice where your upper body is. Make sure your shoulders are facing straight up, that your head is not forward, but your head is also, top of your head is facing that ceiling. Okay? Push up and away. Then you can take that ball away and see if you can get that spine to touch the wall, okay, by pushing in your core muscles, pushing back your shoulders, and your goal is to get each vertebrae to touch that wall, okay, and that may or may not happen, but as you push your stomach muscles in towards your vertebrae, you're going to feel strength through your core, which is great, and you should feel your shoulders pushing back into that wall. Definitely feel your head on the wall. And do your best. Not everyone can get those shoulders all the way back. Mine are not touching the wall, but my shoulder blades are, and the small of my back is, and my head is. And this is great posture. And again, if you look down, your knees are not in front of your toes. They're right over your toes or a little bit behind. So the weight also here should be in your heels. Okay, that's going to keep it away from your knees. Pushing the weight in your heels. Okay, and just hold this for about 10 seconds, longer if you like. Breathing in, exhaling out. Never want to hold your breath. Breathe in, exhale out. If you want to go down lower, go ahead. Make sure your feet don't slip away from you. Okay, deep breath in, exhale out. Deep breath in, exhale out. And when you finish that exercise, push yourself up and away. And I have a yardstick here, so if you want to pause the video and go grab a yardstick or a ruler, this is something that's nice to just remind ourselves what that position was at the wall. When we're standing, we want that same feeling, like our spine is pressed against a wall. So I've got this yardstick right at my lower back, and I'm feeling my shoulder blades, and I want to pull my belly in, and I want to keep my shoulders back, touching that yardstick, just so you know that you're upright in neutral. And it's just a good reminder of what it is to stand up straight. Okay, your head is in line. If I push the yardstick up higher, the back of my head should be touching that yardstick. It should be touching my back and my head at the same time. Okay, another really good thing to just maybe while you're doing your exercise routine, have that yardstick there and just check your posture like that, because we all don't have mirrors at home. Okay, and we're gonna keep that posture in mind, and you've got your light weights with you. So when I say light weights, 10 to 12 reps should feel like you're working those muscles, okay? So for me, the most I have right now at my house, these are 3-pound weights, but these are a little bit too light, and I would encourage you to have at least 5-pound weights. And if that feels too easy, then go to 7, 8-pound weights, 10-pound weights for your bicep curls. So bicep is a bigger muscle group, and it can handle a little bit heavier weights. Also, when our arms are down like this, there's really very low risk of hurting anything with this bicep curl, okay? Now I'm not swinging my arms, I'm keeping my elbows stable at my side, and then pulling those weights all the way up and all the way down, because that full range of motion is really nice for challenging those biceps. So all the way up and all the way down. The other thing I want you guys to be aware of is what your wrist is doing. Sometimes people bend their wrist like this. I don't know if you can see that, but they bend their wrist, and this puts a lot of, first of all, pressure on your wrist, but you're taking the focus away from your bicep here. So keep your wrist straight. It should be in line with your hand, and the focus is on your biceps, okay? Right here. So pull in and release. Okay, pull in and release. And finish about 12 bicep curls. And then we can just hold it about halfway, and we can pulse it up. Exhaling, exhaling, exhaling. Shh. Biceps getting a little more tired now. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll go back to that full range of motion one more time. All the way up, all the way down. My elbows are away from my waist, so they're not resting anywhere, because that makes it a little more challenging to stabilize. And we want a challenge. We want to use our balance and use our core to stabilize. Okay, let's finish 4 more. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then just release and relax those shoulders, roll them out. And then you have to decide, you have to assess and go, that was way too heavy, my neck hurts, or that was way too easy, I'm gonna go harder. You know, it could be that 3 pounds is great for you, it could be that 2 pounds is great for you, but you should feel like those muscles just did something, okay? Another exercise to focus on the shoulder area, okay, the deltoids right up here through the shoulders. So we're gonna bend our elbows and we're gonna lift them and lower. They don't need to lift high, because you don't want the shoulders to elevate up like this, which is what happens if your weights are too heavy or if you're lifting too high, okay? You don't want your shoulders to do this. You want to keep your shoulders low and drop the elbows. Lift the elbows, drop the elbows. Stomach is still ready for a punch, I like to say. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. I've got my knees bent too. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here and push it up. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How are those wrists? Okay, just like on the bicep curls, they stay even. We're not dropping them like that. We're keeping them up and in line. One more time, in and up, in and up, in and up. Good. 6, 5, exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Relax those shoulders and roll them out. Good job. Chest and back, okay? So I'm going to turn sideways, and from my hips, I'm just going to bend forward here, okay? Hinge forward a bit. My back is straight, so if I take that yardstick on my spine, I still want to push my belly up so that my tailbone is touching that yardstick. Then I know I'm using my stomach right here, and I know my back is flat. Shoulders are down. Weights are in front of me, my elbows are bent, and I'm pulling back, squeezing my shoulder blades, okay? Elbows stay bent, okay? We don't want to do this, open, we don't want to arch the back, we want to stay pulled in, forward. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Shh. Okay, and I'm doing a similar pattern for each of these exercises. Doing about 12 slowly and in a full range of motion, pulsing for about 12, and then slow again for 12. 3, 2, and hold. Pulse here. Make sure your shoulders aren't lifting. If they are, your weights might be too heavy. 3, and 2, and 1. Bring it in, pull it back. 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 And 3, shh, shh. 1 more, and hold, okay? Something else to take note of, it's not a bad idea to have several sets of weights with different weight on them. So like these are 3s. For my bicep curls, I probably could have done 8 or 10 pounds just because the biceps can handle more. And then when you come up to the shoulders, the deltoids, those are smaller muscles, your triceps are smaller, and maybe you switch to 5 pounds or 3 pounds, okay? All right, that was chest and back. Let's go up and focus on those triceps like I was just saying. I'm gonna lift my elbows high, okay? I'm gonna pull my stomach in, of course. Back is straight, just like we did earlier with those flies. Here we're extending the arms. I've got my pinky to the ceiling, and my arms are as straight as they can possibly get. And I'm bending and straightening. And something you gotta be mindful of is swinging. So if your elbows drop, and then your elbows lift, and your elbows drop, and your elbows lift, that's not as much work for your triceps as if you keep your elbows up and you just straighten and bend your forearm. In and push. In and push. Where's your chin? You want to keep that in line with your spine. Up. Keep the back of your head, I should say, in line with your spine. Keep going. And 5, 4, 3, 2, get ready to pulse, and 1. Pulse it up. Lift, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Anytime you need a break, take it. Last set, triceps, push up and in, push up and in. Stomach is strong, don't let those elbows move. Shh. Shh. I like to visualize, so imagine if you can get your elbow high enough, keep going. Imagine you set something right here like a cup of water on the back of your arm, right on top of those triceps, and you're stabilizing that arm as you bend your forearm. Last 4, you guys. Up. 3, 2, and 1. And relax. Roll those shoulders out. Take a little bit of a break. We're going to do one more really nice exercise for the triceps. So with 1 or 2 weights, sometimes if I feel like, this isn't enough, I'll just take 2 of my light weights like that and lift, okay? Again, that's up to you guys. You're gonna bend your knees, you're gonna pull your hips in, you've got that imaginary yardstick there, your chin is up, and you're taking your weight behind your back like this. And then I just take my left arm and I'm holding that elbow in place. So as I straighten my arm, it doesn't come in front of me like this. We don't want this. Okay, we want to keep our elbow back so that we're working our tricep right here. Back and push up. back, and push up. So I'm just holding my elbow in place gently. Up and back. 4, back. 3, 2, and 1, and then just pulse it up. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and slowly finish this arm, you guys. Tap and push. Tap and push. Tap and push. Shh. Breathing out. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll switch sides, okay? So I'm going to lift my elbow. I'm going to stabilize it. Tap that shoulder, go straight. Tap that shoulder, go straight. Lower back, still in neutral. Stomach still pulled in. Shh. 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 Let's do 2 more here. All the way up and back, all the way up and back, and just pulse it. So lift, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go slow. Tap and straighten. Tap and straighten. Straighten. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. And relax. A little bit of a stretch for the shoulder area and for those triceps. If you take your arm low across your chest, bring it in towards that chest, and then we'll take that hand and just gently bring it closer to you, pulling down on the shoulder. Feel the length happen there. Same thing, other side. Over and across. Elbow is low, so we don't want to be up here, right? Keep it low there. And then just reach and pull towards that floor. Nice. Another really good stretch is if we just bend our knees and lower body and imagine you're holding a big beach ball and then open up that chest. Round it out and open up that chest. And open up. 4 more. In and 3, 2, and 1. Nice. And relax. Okay? Next stretch, just bring your chin down. Sometimes I take my thumbs and I just push the base of my neck. It feels really good. And then lift. And then drop your ear really gently over to that left shoulder, and other side. And then I'm just going to look up towards the ceiling. And hang out here for a second, lifting that chin nice and high. We look down so much during the day, so take time, look up. Let your chin stretch, let your neck relax the opposite way that it usually does. And look center. Good job. All right, I got this chair with me because there's some really good exercises we can do with a chair. Now, you can have your weights in your hand with you for these chair exercises or not, but practice sitting and getting up from a chair. Okay, this is a really good thing to practice so that throughout our life we get in and out of a chair properly. But basically you want to use your legs and you want to use your core. You never want to just fall back into a chair. That puts a lot of pressure on the lower vertebrae. Okay, so arms just by your side with or without your weights, and you're just sitting back into your chair. And notice my posture, okay? I'm keeping my chin up, keeping that nice straight line. When I get up, I'm using my legs. Push into those legs, into your glutes, and push up. Sit back. Yep. And push up. Into those heels, and back, and up. Now this is a really easy chair to sit back in and up because it's firm, and I don't have to buffer any big cushion or anything, but it's a little more challenging to sit in a lower chair or in a big cushy sofa or something, but it's even more important. So practice getting in and out of, a chair or a sofa at your own home that you might use a lot, and just notice how you're getting down and up, what you're using, okay? Are you leaning over and using your arm? Are you using your core? Are you staying tall? Up and back. Okay, up and back. Hold your stomach in, lift up and back. Couple more, lift up and back. Lift up and back. Let's do one more and then just stand up like so. Good job. So with the weights, if you wanted to make it a little more challenging, you could hold your weights out in front of you, sit back like this, and sit up. A little more challenging to have your weights in this position than by your side. Okay? Back and up. Couple more. Back and up. Back and up. Okay? And then stay seated. So, when you're driving, okay, or sitting at a computer, be mindful of your posture. Imagine that yardstick, okay? Same thing, you're sitting at your computer and you feel the back of your head touching the yardstick, okay? If you're like this at your computer, you need to lift that laptop up, whatever you're using, your iPad, but you need to be in a position where your chin is here and your spine can be nice and straight, okay? If you're driving, you want to make sure you're not relaxed like this. Unfortunately, even though it might feel really good, you want to pull up. Stay tall, hands on the wheel. Use your posture all the time so it becomes second nature, okay? Couple more exercises, really fun to do with a chair. So find a lightweight chair like I have. And again, you're standing up nice and tall, okay? And use your lower body, okay? Because as long as you're creating resistance, you're strengthening your bones and your muscles, okay? So create some resistance and lift that leg up and drop it down. Lift it up and drop it down. Now my standing leg is doing work too, right? I've got my knee bent. I'm lifting and lowering, I'm balancing, and just lift and lower. You're working the outside of that leg, the outer thighs, okay? Abductors. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the same leg behind you, lift your arms up. 1, tap it down. 2, tap it down. 3, tap it down. 4, tap it down. 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I'm just going to push this chair away from me and pull my knee up and tap down. Pull up, tap down. Balance. Try not to lean back. Straight up. Lift and tap. Lift and tap. 3 and 2 and 1. Switch legs, okay? So we're taking that other leg out to the side and down. Try not to lean over onto your standing leg. Up and down. Shh. 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 You don't need to hold on to the chair if you don't want. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that leg behind you. It's straight and your hip bones are facing forward. Lift, 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 lift. 6 more. Up. Shh, shh, shh. 2 more. Push that chair away and just bring that knee up in front and tap it down. Up in front, tap it down. Up, tap it down, lift, and 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Nice, you guys. And you'll feel your hip flexors after those exercises. Probably just want to stretch them out a little bit, go side to side, sink into those heels. And we're going to do one more standing exercise with the weights. I love this one. You're going to take your weight. Now this you're going to not want too heavy of a weight. I have 3 pounds. Maybe 2 is enough for you, maybe 5. But square your hips up so you feel your weight is centered and you're hanging onto a chair very lightly, okay? If you don't need it at all, that's fine. I'm going to have my fingers lightly on the chair. I'm going to lift my leg up behind me. My standing leg is bent, okay? And my foot is flat, flexed. And I got that weight inside my knee and I'm squeezing the weight tight, which activates my glutes, and I'm pushing up to the ceiling and tap down. And let's keep our hip bones facing the floor. Exhale, 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 nice and slow, up, and 3, and 2, hold it up, and you're just gonna squeeze the weight, and I do that by bringing my heel closer to my glute, pull it in, pull it in, pull it in, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to take that knee to the side, and this is my last exercise here, and I'm just tapping the knee down and lifting up. Tap it down, lift it up. Back to those abductors, the outside of those thighs. 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll do the same thing with the other leg. Weight inside the knee, lightly balancing, lift your knee high, your standing leg is bent, push up to that ceiling. Shh. 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 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, and hold it up there, you guys. Pull your heel in, squeeze the weight, release. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. 6, 5, 4, squeeze tighter. 3, 2, 1. Now straighten it up just a bit. Standing leg is still bent. Lift that leg out to the side and in. Out to the side and in. Couple more. Lift, lower, lift, and lower. Nice job. Set those weights down. Good job. Real good stretch for the hip is just bringing that heel up over the knee, okay, and sit back like you're sitting in a chair. You'll feel your hips open up. Hold that stretch. Breathe. Shh. And let's switch sides. Cross it over. And sink back. Even if you can't sink back that far, you should feel that stretch. Hold. Nice job. All right. So let's finish, you guys, these exercises without any weights. I want you to realize your own resistance, how much impact that has. So I'm just circling my arms, elbows are slightly bent, my back, got my shoulder blades squeezing together just a little bit as I make these circles. And kind of creating your own resistance here. Okay, reverse those circles. Holding your stomach in tight. This is how Pilates started, using your own body resistance to get stronger. Reach those arms up with your palms facing the ceiling and push all the way down. Lift up and push all the way down. Up and all the way down. Joseph Pilates, after the war and people were in the hospital trying to recover, World War II, and basically it was a way to help patients gain strength again while in their hospital bed. So they'd be on their back, and he was teaching them like how to lift one leg from your bed, just a few inches off the bed, to use their core as they lift their leg and lower, lift and lower, that kind of thing, that own body resistance. And those exercises have evolved since then. Push and up. Last one, we're gonna push and hold here and just press, 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 as if you're pressing like 50 pounds down, down, down. Shoulders going as low as they can, no neck tension. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then a big deep breath all the way up. Exhale all the way out. Bigger deep breath, you guys. Use all of your space. Open your elbows, stretch your fingers. Push all the way out. Bring your palms together. Press it up and press it out. Nice. Keep those muscles strong. Keep those bones strong. Stay healthy.